I'm Timmy Mallet. I'm attempting to cycle round Britain. And I'm pedalling today in the rain. Solid, continuous rain all day. I've probably got another 15 miles, hour and a half or so of this to contend with. Am I nuts? I think I'm completely bonkers. I could be at home right now, warm, dry. Instead, I'm in beautiful Scotland. Look, it's gorgeous. Where would I rather be? I'm Timmy Mallet, and I'm pedalling in this because I can. Reach your potential, Mallet. I'm at a special memorial to the 7 men of Moidart. This is one of those powerful stories from the 1745 Jacobite rebellion of Bonnie Prince Charlie. He landed in the Outer Hebrides with 7 companions, the 7 men of Moidart. And after his defeat at the Battle of Culloden, he went and fled throughout the Highlands. Nobody betrayed him, even with a huge bounty on his head. And eventually, of course, he was sailed across the sea to Skye by Flora MacDonald. But the 7 men of Moidart are commemorated here in these 7 beech trees planted next to this cairn here. And I rather like it. It's about loyalty, and even in defeat you commemorate your 7 loyal companions. It is amazing to me that Bonnie Prince Charlie landed with just 7 followers, and such was the strength of his charisma that he was able to persuade the Highland chiefs to join him in pursuing his throne in a battle against King George. He failed, but in some ways he failed gloriously. This is the Prince's Cairn. This is the spot where Bonnie Prince Charlie set sail for France on the 20th of September 1746. I imagine it on a day not dissimilar to today, and all his hopes and dreams are shattered. Bonnie Prince Charlie failed miserably, and yet we hold him in such esteem. It's that making an effort, having a go, even if it ends in failure, at least he had a go. It's easier to try in nicer weather, that's all. I've stopped my bike at a little railway station. It's a tiny, rather sweet little railway station on the Fort William to Mallaig railway line. Ooh, it's got 2 platforms. Must be important. It is important. It's important because it's a question in pub quizzes. I love pub quizzes. I love coming to the answer to this one. What's the most westerly railway station in Britain? It's not Penzance, it's not Holyhead, it's not even Mallaig, it's Arisaig, or as some people like to call it, Arsaig. And the thing is, it can be, at times, quite a busy little railway station. Look, there are 2 trains a day from ScotRail, but there are 4 steam trains a day from the Jacobite steam train. You know, the Harry Potter thing? Yeah, that comes through Arisaig. So remember that answer when it comes up in the pub quiz. It's Arisaig, not Arsaig. Now this is Mallaig Station, the end of the line from Fort William. And coming in right now is the Jacobite steam train. Yeah! Comes in the morning service, just coming in now, and it's bringing in a packed train. There's at least 20 people on the platform waiting to see it, because it's a big deal. They went along this morning to try and get on that train, but it's been booked up since last October. The Jacobite, here it is. I wonder if Harry Potter's on board. Tell me Harry Potter's on board, please. Woo woo! Look at that. Crikey, that's a good looking locomotive. Morning, Harry! Harry Potter's driving the train. And look at the crowds here. All come to take pictures. Great sight. Yeah, I am. Good. Thank you very much. What's your name?
Kushti, John.
John.
So they all call me Kushti.
Kushti, nice to see you, John. How was your ride this morning?
Brilliant, apart from the weather.
Yeah, well, I cycled it this morning from Arisaig.
Oh, what was that like?
Wet. But
Yeah,
I'm going off to catch the ferry now.
Oh, nice, ideal.
Let's have a look at the fire. Whoa! 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 That's toasty, all right. Lovely. Is that your cup of tea or your soup?
That's the tea, that is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put some coal in or what?
Yeah, yeah. Hold that for me.
No worries.
You do that. Okay. You ready?
Yeah, no worries.
Coal man Timmy. Here we go.
Yeah.
I've got a job.
I've been watching you on Twitter, yeah, the old pictures, getting some places, haven't you? Yeah, it's great.
Thanks.
Yeah, brilliant.
Where do you live?
I live in Mid Wales, Machynlleth.
I went through your town. It's a beautiful town, and the clock tower is bust.
Correct, yeah, 9:27 twice a day.
So you've come a bit of a long distance from Machynlleth, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had over 400 miles to get up here to do this, but it's the best job in the world.
Brilliant.
I'll go anywhere.
Lovely. Listen, I've got to go because I've got to go and catch my ferry.
Yeah.
Aha! That's a beautiful viaduct with a rather large and ominous crack in it. Oops. Speed bunny board like a bird on the wing over the sea to Skye. Guess where I am? I'm in Skye. I've come off the boat from Mallaig, which I think is over there. One Skye. The Isle of Skye. Carry me boat like a bird on the wing over the sea to Skye. And I was looking at the mountains. I thought I'd have a little go because I'm able to today. I mean, look, it's actually marginally clearer up there, so I've just been with the watercolours here. And with my paints, which are just getting a little bit sticky. I've got my set of brushes, lovely, and I've got my original 1987 Timmy pencil case. That's what I painted. Interestingly, that cloud there, which was above that, has moved. It's down here. Shows how much the wind is blowing today. There's my ferry on its return trip to Mallaig, just over there. I've come on that boat to the magical island of Skye. I'm cycling the old road. You can see how tiny it was before they built the new one. Feels rather nice though, I like this. It's a big empty landscape with something in it. A post box! Wow! And a bus stop. Okay. Anything else? No? Just a bus stop and a post box. And by the way, whatever you do, don't smoke inside the bus stop. I've left two things here. One is a sticker, and the other a Martin Mallet name tag. See this post box? Now put Martin there, just to remind me every time I post a letter I'm saying hello to somebody I care about. Unless of course it's paying a bill, in which case I don't really care about them. This is Isle of Lochalsh railway station. I'll just say that again because it rolls off the tongue so nicely. Isle of Lochalsh. It's an 80-mile journey from Inverness. Yeah, and the train comes in here and it stops right by the sea. That's it. Okay, that's as far as you can go because the next part of your journey you'll get wet feet. Brilliant, isn't it? We're following the railway line here up the loch. It's a pretty view along this loch, and this is where I say ta-ta to Skye and Lochalsh, and the sound of the water cascading down the waterfall. I've had a lovely time here and only been shown kindness and generosity. It's absolutely utterly brilliant. And I cross the road, there's the railway, and I'm into Ross and Cromarty. Cromarty reminds me of the shipping forecast. Weather may improve. Look, there's a hint of lighter sky up there. Isn't that a lovely sound? And a great sight. Cascading down like this. Whoa! Oh, this is glorious. Hoot! Hoot! Ow! Love that! You can see the mist and rain swirling in up the loch. I'm stood at a little railway station. It's a tiny little request stop called Attadale, but it is nicely maintained with flowers and a sign saying a light here for gardens and a seat and somewhere to put your bike and a litter bin. It's just absolutely delightful. What's this? Oh, don't tell me it's a shelter. And it's open. Oh, how lovely. Oh, I can wait comfortably indoors for my train, which may come today or it may come tomorrow. Like this. In the distance, a great big ship in the dry dock. Wow, that's a monster. And what's really strange is seeing cranes in the sky, dwarfed by the big mountain covered in thick cloud, dwarfed by another mountain covered in thick cloud. This is the famous Ballach na Blaah. It's one of those great big mountain ranges that people like to climb for the view. See this little stile over the top of it? Look, there's a big deer down there rising up to the misty looking mountains of Ballach na Blaah. I just met a couple of cyclists actually who came the other way. Did you see anything? I said, not a thing. Now at the end of this loch there's a junction, and one way leads on a windy path over there where the camper van's coming up into the misty cloudy stuff, and the other way leads there into the sunshine.